La 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 la
I'm
la
Camille
la
Who
la
Armstrong,
la
also
la
known as
la
the
la
Performing
la
Arts Renaissance
la
Woman. For
la
over
la
40
la
years,
la
I've lived and
la
breathed
la la
creativity
la
as a
la
performer, educator, consultant, and coach. I've had the honor of guiding students, mentoring parents, and raising children of my own, all while building a life rooted in purpose, passion, and love. Whether I'm in a classroom, on a stage, or behind the scenes, my heart has always been for the next generation. And I believe it all begins at home with the people who raise them. This series is for you. Whether you're expecting, learning as you go, or parenting for the second or even third time around, I'm here to share the insights, tools, and real talk I've gathered over 4 decades of hands on experience. Welcome to Camille Who, the Child's Whisperer. I'm so glad you're here. I hope that what I share supports you, challenges you, and empowers you on your wild journey of parenting.
Camille Who here. I'm going to give you a few hacks for when you have a sitter, a crawler. Here's what's going to happen. Your child knows how to move now. They're rolling over. They can grab things. They can grab onto things. They can crawl. They can get to places. And oh, the places they will go. They now know this, and they now know, they have enough control over their bodies to think I could do something and then actually go for it. So it's going to be tough for you to get the baby to stay still at all, which is okay. You can have areas for the baby to play in, with a few toys. I would say don't overdo it with the toys though, because too many toys is overwhelming, but also does not teach a child, well, it kind of teaches a child to not value what they have. So it's fine to have three toys, literally just three toys, for a few weeks. And then after a few weeks you change the three toys up. You could have a whole chest in the closet, but you change those three up and that's it. Now it's something brand new, and you can do that and rotate that out all year, all year, without having to buy new stuff to try to stimulate them, because children, babies are already stimulated. They're stimulated by the color on the wall. They're stimulated by when you walk into a different room with them and the light changes. They're stimulated. They don't need more stimulation. Trust me, they're more stimulated than we are. They're learning everything is brand new to them. It's not brand new to us, but everything is brand new to them. So they're getting stimulated constantly. Also, what's going to happen is during nap times, sometimes you'll get rebellion. Sometimes you'll just get the child that's kind of like loopy and crawling around and still trying to stand up. And like, even after you've done, and if you've watched my video on bedtime training, even if you've done that whole routine, the fact that you've been doing it since infancy, and by a month and a half, 2 months even, they've been sleeping throughout the night, they already know this is what's happening. So it's not like you have to retrain them for bed. It's just that they know that they can move, so they're going to try to move. Let them move. Let them work it out. But you don't have to be there. You can still have the monitor on. You can still turn off the light. You can still, most babies like that, they will just talk themselves to sleep. They'll crawl around, they'll move around, and sometimes they'll even rebel and they'll cry and everything, thinking that you're going to run in there and go save the day or pick them up and let them play some more. But it's nighttime, it's bedtime, or it's nap time. It is time for you to go to bed. It's got to stop somewhere. I used to say that to my kids. I had one son, my first son, he would always say, "Why do we have to take a nap?" I'm like, "Because it's gotta end somewhere. It's gotta stop somewhere." at some point, brother. And I would explain to him, he got older, like 2 years old, 3 years old. Why again? Can you explain to me again? Can you tell me why we have to take a nap again? Well, it recharges you and it gets your muscles strong again so that when you wake up, you are nice and refreshed, you're ready to go, and you're ready to play again. That was always the explanation. If you have the baby that rebels and just like fusses about it, the lights are off. They know what time it is. They know that you're not going to. First of all, if you don't go running in and trying to change the program, then they know the program already. They're already trained to that program. They will eventually wind down and go to sleep. Or you'll have the child that cries. I had a child that would cry for like 15 minutes and then pass out. Like, not pass out like I'm dying, but pass, or, just something's really horribly wrong with him. No, he just would be like, I don't want to, and he would cry 15 minutes, and sometimes under 15, most times under 15 minutes. But you can go as far as 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you might have to go in there and just don't take them out of the crib. Do not. Nope. Put your hand, lay them down, either if it's on their belly or it's on their back or on their side, and you just rock their right where their diaper or hip bone or the butt bone and butt, on the diaper or whatever, and you just rock them, rock them, rock them, rock them, and you don't say a word. Conversation is not happening. Sleep is happening. This is me training you. And you just rock and they'll go to sleep. So don't worry about it. They just now, this is a whole new world. They can move stuff. They can get stuff. They're probably thinking about all the many things that they could possibly do. The imagination's going. The mind wants to follow the body wants to follow the imagination. So that's what's going to be happening. During meal times, I would suggest having a high chair, having a chair that you can strap them in, because they just know that they can move around now, and they're gonna just think of ideas. We're creative beings. We're gonna think of ideas, and we're going to try to reach those goals in our brains. So, meal times, here's 3 steps. Well, I would suggest that in the beginning of your day, do meal prep. Have 2 or 3 meals already in a bowl. If it's something that needs to be heated up, have it in a bowl that you can either microwave it or put it in some hot water. Put that bowl in some hot water so that it can heat up. But have it already portioned out, because then it minimizes the time that your child has to wait. Strapped up in a high chair or strapped up in one of those seats that actually hook onto it hooks onto the table. They're now waiting and fidgeting and they can't get anywhere, but they're in their imaginations. They have so many different things that they want to try out. So have them strapped up. Make sure you have your meals all prepped out. So you literally put them in the seat, get the meal, heat it up. You can give your child some Cheerios, plain Cheerios, and not too much, because then it's gonna mess up their appetite, right? So 3 Cheerios at a time. They can kind of hang out and eat Cheerios. Some kids can eat goldfish. I don't know what your diet is in your household. Or you could give them fruit. Cut up some fruit, give them a couple pieces, 3 pieces, while they're a little bit busy doing that. And a third thing that you can do, narrate what you're doing. You'd be surprised. It's like you're doing a cooking show and they just get fascinated by that. It's really something so simple, but you like, and this is what I'm doing. I have to put it in the water. Whoa, ooh, ooh, that's hot, hot, hot water. Oh, okay. Well, we put it in here and we just have to wait. Let's put on a timer. Okay, 2 minutes. All right, we just have to wait 2 minutes. What are we going to do in 2 minutes? We have to wait. Oh, here's some more fruit. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. These are simple ways that you can just stall. Meal's done, and it wasn't a disaster. And you're ready to feed them. So there's your hacks for what to do at mealtime for your crawler and your sitter-upper. Hacks for diaper changes. Oh my goodness. Diaper changes are gonna be crazy. You want to talk about, so you'll have to learn how to be a diaper ninja. Okay? When your child starts to sit up and crawl around, you're going to have to learn some martial arts, because seriously, they're going to turn and turn over and like wiggle and squiggle because they just know that they can move around and they just see things and they want to go get it. Here's some things you can do. Have a drawer, number one, have a drawer of things that you are okay with them playing with. Now, remember, if you have a play area with them, with play area for them that only has like 3 toys, 5 at the most, but 3 different kinds of toys, right? Then you have a drawer of some other toys that they don't really normally play with. So it's only a drawer full of things that you don't mind them playing with. And this is not, oh, you can play with the baby thermometer. No, like here's some stuff that they just don't normally see every day. You bring them to the drawer. Don't just take something out and give it to them. See what they're interested in. If they're interested in, it will keep their attention the whole time you change their diaper. But if you're just giving something to them, they're going to be like, they have the option of being like, no, no. But just bring them right to the front of, right to the drawer. Then they'll pick out what they want. That, you got them right there. It's the ace in the hole. And then you're going to have to change them really quick. So you're going to be learning how to be an expert diaper changer during this time. Another thing is you give them a book. A really like small book, like I think I mentioned, what was that? Green Train, Blue Train, Green Train, Green Train, Blue Train, one of those. But that's like a small board book. If they throw it or if they drop it, it's not something that's gonna like be painful. It's light and it's a board book. It's not going to be ruined. Usually they're just going to put it in their mouths and that's okay. But if they take the book and you go, here, oh, do you see the blue train? Ask them questions. Where's the blue train? They may not be able to find it, but that question is going to make them go, They're going to look in there, right? So this is a stalling technique. Okay? And you got the wiggly squiggly baby that's going to want to get up and go places because they just learned how to do it. And the possibilities are endless, right? The sky's the limit for them. In which case, it is okay to hold your child down firmly by their belly and sort of pelvic area and just hold them down. I know, honey, but I have to change your diaper. That's it. I know, honey, but I have to change your diaper. I know, but I have to change your diaper. And then you're going to have to move real quick. Change their diaper, right? So I would always suggest, like, have your stuff right there. Have the diaper, the diaper, the wipes, have all of that next to you so you can just ninja it up. Sometimes you have a onesie or a sleeper that has snaps. I don't know whose idea it was to make that kind of sleeper, especially for a sitter-upper and a crawler. Like, really? I got to snap all of these while this child is trying to run around and crawl around and get away from me? Come on. Whose idea was that? All right, I digress. All right, so you've changed the diaper and you've done it as quickly as possible. Here's a really, I mean, like it's just like getting a massage and the massage therapist talking to you like this. Somehow you come down to that vibe and then you start to relax. Okay, so say you have a onesies, you just go, while you're snapping it up, you look them in the eyes and go, one, snap, two, snap, three, snap, all done. And then they can go. It will hypnotize them. But you got to believe it. You can't just be like one, okay, one and a two and a three. No. You have to bring your vibe down. One, and look them in the eyes. Snap. Two, snap. Three, snap. That's it. Tricks, my friend. So that is it. There's your hacks for diaper changes and nap times and bedtimes for your sitter-upper and your crawler. I am Camille Who, and I am out.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. A heartfelt thank you to the generous supporters of the Books and Beyond campaign. This series wouldn't be possible without you. If you're a new or expecting parent, I created Better Parent, Better Future just for you. I empower first-time parents to embrace a positive mindset and navigate those early parenting years with confidence and joy. Click the link in the description to learn more or to find out how we can work together. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep leading with love.